Humber's Lakeshore campus is unveiling a new state-of-the-art facility.
TTC service cuts may leave you out in the cold longer. Humber News starts now.
Friday, November 25th. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Aaron Best. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Catherine Tavares. Ahead on our show, we have all your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, Aaron has our top story.
Today marks yet another milestone for Humber College's Lakeshore campus. The brand new 4-story L building officially opened today and is almost 4 times the size of its predecessor. Humber News reporter Dino Pasalic was at the grand opening.
After spending $36 million, Lakeshore campus has a new 110,000 square foot building. An unveiling ceremony was held this morning where President John Davies, HSF President Brian Tran, and other community representatives attended. There was a contest between students to establish a suitable name for the new expansion. Lakeshore Commons now replaces the formerly named L building and is the home of new programs, including Humber's new journalism degree program. President John Davies says the new addition holds a bright future for Humber.
There's a big media presence here on the Lakeshore campus, and so for journalism and media, this building is going to be really a centerpiece of much of that work.
MPP of Etobicoke Lakeshore, Laurel Broughton, is excited about what this will bring to the community.
And the continued investments by the province, $30 million into this project, $9 million into the renovation of the historic cottages over the last number of years, has really enabled this campus to spread out onto Lakeshore.
Lakeshore Commons is Humber's newest addition to the Lakeshore campus, a welcome addition to this community and a symbol of Humber's growth for many of its programs, including Humber Journalism. For Humber News, I'm Dino Pasalic.
3 men were hurt after a stabbing in Toronto's entertainment district overnight. Police say 2 groups of young men were involved in an altercation at about 2:30 a.m. in the Richmond and John Street area. The victims are in hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, but 2 of them are in serious condition with stab wounds to the chest. 4 suspects believed to be in their 20s took off and have not been arrested.
A concierge is in hospital after trying to stop an armed man from entering a downtown condo. Police say a group of men with a gun walked into the building at Queens Quay and Lower Simcoe at 3 a.m. The concierge called police and tried to hold a suspect, but there was a struggle in the elevator. At least 1 shot was fired, injuring the concierge in the leg. The group fled the scene, but one of the men crashed his motorcycle minutes later. Both the concierge and the motorcyclist were taken to hospital with minor injuries.
Humber students may be seeing longer waits and more packed buses on their way to school this winter. TTC is planning service cuts on many routes, including those that go to the North and Lakeshore campuses. We have more on the story from Hannah Vanderkoy.
Next stop, Humber College.
The better way may be getting worse for students using one of 3 TTC routes that go to Humber College's North Campus. A leaked memo that was later confirmed by TTC indicated that 62 routes will be affected by service reduction. Commuters who take the Highway 27 Rocket and 96 Wilson may have to wait about an extra 30 seconds longer for their buses. Students who take the Finch West bus will increase their wait time to 10 minutes to catch a bus that goes to Humber. This is a far cry from the plans for an LRT line to replace the Finch West bus, which was announced by former Mayor David Miller as part of Transit City. Mayor Rob Ford canceled Transit City and that LRT line last December, shortly after taking office. The reductions may seem minor, but with less buses coming by, more people will have to crowd onto the same bus. Many students are upset with the changes.
It's really horrible. I've waited for half an hour to an hour for one bus, and that's just terrible.
Because it's already crowded enough as it is, so if it's more crowded, it's going to be even worse.
Most of the time, it's always overcrowded on the bus, and it's not fun.
The changes are a way for the TTC to meet their budget cuts. Instead of cutting underused routes, Toronto's Transit will make minor changes to 56 bus and 6 streetcar routes. TTC Chair Karen Stintz also confirmed that a 10-cent fare hike may be a possibility for 2012. It wasn't all bad news in that memo. Service for the 191 in afternoon peak hours and on the weekends will increase as of January. Hannah Vanderkoy, Humber News.
Lots of events going on around the city this weekend, and the closure at Bay Station means it might be especially hectic getting around. The closure of the bustling station on the Bloor-Danforth line is due to maintenance. Trains traveling eastbound from Kipling and westbound from Kennedy will go out of service at Museum Station. From there, riders will have to get off and board the next train. Regular service will resume for the Monday morning commute.
When we come back, we'll have more news from around the country and the world. Caitlin DeCarey will have the sports, and we'll have your weather forecast with Maureen Khan.
It's a beautiful day out today, but how's that weekend weather going to look like? I'll be back with your weather forecast right after the break.